Welcome back to this Norse playthrough. This is episode 3. Before we dive into it, today I will have to make a little bit of an announcement, if you could call it that. When this game came out, I was so enthusiastic about it that I promised you that I would have 2, perhaps even 3 episodes per week on top of my Baldur's Gate and Pillars of Eternity playthroughs. For a total of 5 episodes per week. That is not going to be possible for technical reasons. Somehow the software I'm using has made an update, and this update does that I now have to, in order to upload one video, which I could previously do in one go, now has 3 different steps instead of 1. And that's an issue because it takes up so much of our internet capacity, because I just have a regular household internet connection here, so the rest of my family is totally locked down when I do the upload. So I do that at night or in the night. So that means it's simply impossible to upload more than 3 episodes in total every week at this moment. This is due to what I mentioned about the software, about our upload capacity, about my restrictions as a total amateur in this world, so I have no idea how to improve the systems and do them better, make them better, and it's also free versions I'm using, so that's how it is at the moment. That means that we're just gonna go on like we did previously, with one episode of each of these 3 playthroughs per week. That will be the plan for the future, at least until something changes one way or the other. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that I'm not just as much into this game as I was originally, but that's just the case as it is now. So let's dive into this episode number 3. We finished up last time making an agreement with Jarl Egil that we have to build up our own society in order to convince him that we are worth investing in, so to speak, before he can help us get the vengeance that we have sworn on behalf of our family that has now died from this betrayal. Well, the case is that we just finished the last episode coming to this new home, and this is totally new to me. I can see that this is our settlement, apparently, but I don't know how it works, so I hope there will be some kind of tutorial here as well. It has and I can hear, but nothing seems to happen. Home. I have 8 herdmen out of 5, or probably means I've only got room for 5. Yeah, overcrowded. There are more herdmen in the village than we can facilitate. Productivity will suffer. Yep. Well, this is the first screen I see about this thing, so I hope that the game will help me tutorial wise. Ooh, I changed to the map here. Okay. Your map is your hub for missions, locations, trading, and recruiting allies. Use it to plan your journey and see available opportunities. As you pass time, you'll also catch news and hearsay to stay updated on the world around you, or trigger events where you discover new opportunities, places, people, or deal with unforeseen problems. Each of the locations offer different types of goods, mostly related to their primary production. Reykjavik, for example, focuses on fishing, so you can expect to find provisions. Relations between your hometown, Sudavik, and other locations are dictated by your actions on the battlefield. Okay, so this is the map. Can I zoom out? Yeah. I think that's not where I'm gonna start, though. This Bora, that's where we ran from, isn't it? Steinar Fosbeer, yeah, that's the betrayer, the one that killed our family. Kaupang, that's where Jarl Egil is. And is this us then? Sudavik? Yeah, okay, so we're quite far away. Great. Alright. So that's the map, not that much to do right now, but that will probably change. So this is what we're changing between, our settlement and the map. And then we have an expression mark here with Gealaug. Can I press this? Ooh, video sequence.
Gunnar! Ah, Do you expect our new friends to lie looking up at the stars night after night? We should make enough shelters for everyone, just here, around the farm.
Yeah, I agree.
This place will soon start to feel like home. You'll see.
Is she the one from the last episode that was flirting with me, despite her husband standing right next to her? I think that was her. Well, makeshift camp, new project. This is where your people begin. A crude camp, but a start. With rough hewn stores and smoke-wreathed huts, it holds what you need to endure. Fish from the fjord, meat from the hunt, iron for the forge, and timber from the dark woods. From here, your saga begins. Project rewards. Resource gathering unlocked. Herdman customization unlocked. Crafting unlocked, and +3 population capacity. So that means that we probably get rid of this issue we had over here with only room for 5 of our 8 herdmen. With the +3, I think we can accommodate everyone. I hope. Is there some explanation here? Resources are gathered by available workers using worksite action points each round. Customize the equipment and abilities of your herdmen to increase their efficiency in battle. Okay. And what these two, just shelter. The number of oath-sworn herdmen your halls can shelter. An abundance of herdmen will activate overpopulation. Yeah, I saw that. There's no explanation to the crafting though. Acknowledge. Well, it didn't change this over here though. So now I have an expression mark over the projects screen. Village projects are large-scale crafting tasks that require the collective effort of the entire village alongside one or more workers such as the seamstress. Completing these projects adds permanent structures to your village, unlocking new work sites or providing additional effects for combat and village management. Some projects also allow the crafting of powerful equipment. So a village project is something the entire population is contributing to in one way or the other. Is that how it should be understood? Each village project is divided into stages, with each stage requiring specific requirements to be met before progressing to the next. You must fulfill all the requirements of a stage before moving on. Each stage also has a turn timer that begins once all of its requirements are completed. The job will take the designated number of turns to finish. Completing the entire project triggers effects, but individual stages may also provide their own effects when finished. Okay, this seems huge, really. So now I am at the projects. Storage, makeshift camp. The new settlers of Sudarik have come with strong hands and willing hearts. They will work the land, build what must be built, and help the village grow strong. So the project rewards are: the seamstress can now craft items, herdman customization unlocked, and another +3 population capacity. Is that the same thing again, or? And why is this flashing? Wood? Tents and shelters, 0 out of 4. Wood has many uses, including building houses and ships. Oh, so I just contributed the 8 needed wood. And now I can do the same with the leather. Yes. I think I understood that. What mall is that one? Okay, we have plenty of that as well. And then finally we need 5 fish oil. And we have exactly 5 of those. So now we can build what? The makeshift camp? Is that it? I think. Confirm? Nope. Oh! Makeshift camp. Project started. Construction of the makeshift camp has started and has been added to the timeline, which can be found on the map. Effects, makeshift camp. That makes sense. So if I go back to the map now, there should be a timeline. Is that this? Yes. Okay. So that's one turn. Is this a turn? So if I end the turn, then I get there. Is that how it's meant to be? Well, we'll see about that. Is this our home? Can we do anything else? No, it doesn't seem like it. So probably there's nothing else to do but to advance for the next turn. I can't see I can do anything. I can't build anything else at this point. So let's just go for next turn. Makeshift camp progress. Turn 1. The makeshift camp is coming together beautifully, with the framework almost complete and ready for the next steps. The struggling stranger. I spotted a big man coming this way, pushing a handcart with a squeaky wheel that looked ready to fall off. He sings like a bull with bellyache, and I caught the reek of an old ale on the breeze. Oh, that sounds very Vikingish. Does that do anything for us? Can we do it? So this is just random incidents or disturbing rumor. A man on his way to visit family in Kaupang has spoken of a place in the woods to the north where the dead hang in the trees like rancid fruit and men have become as beasts. On his way to visit family in Kaupang. He's talking about the woods in the north, so that's close to our old home. Oh, there's more. Well, now it says makeshift camp complete. The makeshift camp is complete. Just look what we can do when we put our backs into it. Okay, longhouse preparation. Stage complete. While clearing out the area for the longhouse, Holty dug up something of interest. 50 wood and 2 riches. Great, we'll probably need that later. So, what has happened? If we go to projects, we have our makeshift camp. And no projects are available. We still have this issue. I don't see that I can do anything to solve it at this moment. Oh, what happens here? Project complete. The new settlers of Sudavik will now be able to work and help the village prosper. Okay, so this is what I read before. That was what the makeshift camp grants me. So now I get my +3, I think. So to the population capacity. Gerlaug's seamstress hut is ready for further upgrades. And then we can see what we can get as a reward for that. I can't read it though. So, okay, so there's a lot to do now. Wow, this is complex, really. Unassigned skills. This. Your herdman Gunnar, Sigrid, Arn, Ashmar, Buldi have unassigned skills. Should I do that now? Ranking up. When a herdman earns enough experience, they rank up. Upon ranking up, you'll be able to choose one of 2 new abilities, allowing you to shape their role and expand their tactical options. Each choice can significantly impact how the herdman performs in battle, so consider how it complements the trait's role and your overall strategy. Stats. Health. Lost when taking damage. Losing all health points results in death. Armor. Incoming damage is reduced by the armor value. Armor can be removed by armor break. Reflex. The percent chance of avoiding incoming attacks. Skill. The percent chance of hitting attacks. Damage. The damage dealt when attacking. Critical chance. Critical hits do extra damage depending on your equipped weapon. Armor break. The amount of armor points removed when attacking. Armor piercing. The amount of armor that's ignored when attacking. Makes sense. Range. The distance and tiles the unit is able to reach with its weapon. Mobility. How far a unit can move without spending AP. Action points. Stability reduces the likelihood of negative ground effects and resists being pushed. And finally, action points spent to do actions or move the unit. So these are a lot of different stats. I hope I don't just get to choose between everything from every character. Hopefully there will be some differences. Class-specific differences, because otherwise it's going to be a jungle for me to find out how to build each character. We'll see. Equipment can be equipped to increase stats, grant special abilities, or trigger unique effects. Equipment with utility slots can hold utility items. Utility items that can be slotted into your equipment to provide additional abilities. These abilities have limited uses during a mission, but equipping multiple copies of the same utility item increases the number of units. Okay, so it's not unique in that sense. Axes. Swords are reliable sources of damage, inflicting bleed when dealing damage. Is this a misprint? It says axes, and then down here it says swords. Swords are a reliable source of damage inflicting. I think they put in the source description up on the axe description. So I wonder what the axes do then. Well, we'll probably be able to see that when we go through the inventory. Heavy axes deal impressive damage and armor break. Bows deal damage at a distance. Obviously, spears have 2 range and bonus skill. Okay. Oh, was there more? Did I miss something? Nope, did not. Traits. Each herdman comes with a mix of positive and negative traits that influence their stats, abilities, and behavior in combat. These traits help define their strengths and weaknesses, so taking them into account when building your party can make a major difference. Tailoring your strategy around a herdman's unique traits can elevate them to their full potential. Great, that's something like that I was hoping. I was talking about class specific, but I also like that it's individual character based. Just something to help me understand how to build my character best. So, of course, these traits will make an impact on how I choose to build my character, I think. In addition to traits, every herdman follows a deity. Each god grants a unique effect, shaping how the herdman fights and functions. Paying attention to a herdman's faith can open up powerful synergies and ways to honor their chosen deity in battle. This sounds interesting. So, here we are with Gunnar Gripson, which is me. I'm the heir. And what can I do now? I can do a lot of things, it seems. Or, well, maybe I can't. Mission 0 kills. This is strictly statistics. Okay, this is my equipment. These are my abilities. Here I can see I'm the heir. Deal, so it costs 3 action points to make strength and aggression. Deal 2 damage. 1 inflicts vulnerable for 2 turns. What's this sign after deal 2 damage, then 1 something, 150%? Don't understand that. And what are these icons over here at the right side? There's some kind of cross with a 1 and I don't know. I'll have to learn. Okay, so I can choose between these two. I reached Bondi. So I can choose Prowman. Swap positions with target ally if either unit is in an engagement. Those are also swapped. Okay, so I can actually swap in and out of engagement with this one. It's quite useful. Or I can choose Leader. Target ally restores 25% health and gains confidence. And removes prone. This is also very interesting. I'll just, before I choose this, is there anything down here? No, these are all empty trade slots. Devoted to Odin. At the start of your turn, there's a 50% chance of getting either heightened awareness or heightened precision, which grants us a plus 25 to either reflexes or skill. That makes sense. Let's go look at the equipment before I choose how to level up. You see now, I can choose axes, swords, shields, spears, bows, headwear. And here I'm in doubt whether or not I should continue. I mean, right now he's equipped with a sword and a shield, but I figure he's not locked in on that. So if I decided to equip him with a heavy axe, that would probably be a two-handed weapon, right? Can I just do that? Or should I look into my skills before doing something like this? Doesn't seem like there's any difference in the kind of weapon you use. This is difficult already, I think. Well, I'm obviously gonna prioritize Gunnar as he's kind of the protagonist, the heir, so I have only got one piece of headwear. I think it's obviously I'm gonna give that to him. Beautiful Kievan war helmet shaped from riveted iron with a pointed crown and nassel guard. Eastern craftsmanship meets Norse ambition. Yeah. And it has a plus 7% chance to restore 7 health for each enemy hit by Hugh. And Hugh is one of my attack options. Is that decided by the sword? What defines what kind of attacks I can make? Is that the character? Or is that the weapon? Well, no matter, I am going to equip him with this helmet. How does that work? Double click? Nope. Right click? Nope. Oh, like this. Yeah. Oh, nice. It actually looks like the helmet from the humans in what's it called? Oh, the game with Henry. Oh, what was that? Kingdom Come Deliverance. That helmet looked like the one the humans had, I think. How do I get back out from here? Hide headgear. I don't want to do that. I want to be able to see it, but how do I get back out? Yeah, I understand. Escape? Yeah, okay. That's fine. I look like a human. So, we have utility items. I figure these that has a blue-greenish background are some kind of higher quality. This is a rabbit's foot, a small withered foot bound with a strip of tablet weave. It grants a +5 to my reflexes. I mean, why wouldn't I want to use that? Right now I have a bandage. Is that a utility item? No, it's not, right? Or is it? Because I don't want to switch it for that. I mean, what's this? Oh, okay. So now I got it. Perfect. Does these yellow circles mean that the item is equipped somewhere? I think they do. Okay. Well, we also have some foot gear here. What does it say? Kievan war boot. Improving my health. Bonus from 0 to 1 and stability from 0 to 5. So these numbers marked in green are how good it is at this point. Yeah, so if I choose to equip this, and then if I hold my mouse over this one, then it will be red and pointing down because it's weaker. Okay, so I've got the best utility item, the best shoes. There's also a brazier here. That will improve my health, stability, and critical chance. I mean, why not? It sounds quite identical to the helmet, really. Well, let's equip that as well. Totally prioritizing myself, as I mentioned. Then we have... Is this actual armor? Kievan war armor? That's probably better than what I'm wearing right now, right? Equipped by Buldy? Wait a second. Buldy, that's not me. So where is Gunnar? Here, this is what I carry now. But this would be an obvious upgrade for that. More health, more stability. And again, yeah. So obviously we're gonna equip that. Wow, I'm looking tough now. A real human. It's insane how much I resemble a human here. This is really okay. So what else have we got? So I mean, I've the utility slots, shoes, braces, clothing, the headwear, shields. I haven't received any upgraded kind of shields, but the swords. This sword is a little bit better than the one I carry at this moment. I don't feel like swapping out. I mean, if he's a shield and a sword guy from the beginning, then I'm going to stick with that until I understand the consequences of switching the the style of the gear completely, so I'll just swap this for a better sword of the same type. Okay. I'm happy with this. And then let's look at the abilities. I feel like... Oh, I like them both. I mean, trading blows here, it only costs 1 action point, while this one costs 3. But a restoration of 25% hit points is pretty darn strong as well. I still don't understand what those numbers up at the top, which beside Bolton, it's a 6 and a 2. I don't understand what they do. Oh, wait a second. Now I understand about the attack. Now, where did I see that? Here? Yeah. I just now understand that... Oh, it's changed after I switched weapons. Before I dealt 2 damage and then 1 with this sign over here. Now I can see it's armor breaking. Okay. Is this the same icon as... No... Oh, this is damage? Or what? But it makes no sense that Embolden should do some damage, but it... Oh, it's not that icon. Is it range? Oh yeah, it's range. And the second one... What is that? Number of targets, or... Oh, sorry if I'm... If it's too obvious to you and I just don't get it. See, this has a range of 1. While... So that's actually the target ally, but it has to be next to me as I see it. This Embolden has a range of 6, and then the sign next to it, I don't see that over here. So I don't really know what it is. Well, never mind. I'm gonna go for the Embolden here. So this is Gunnar. What does this mean? 4. There's 4 up here. Does that mean something? Well, I wouldn't know, but let's switch to the next character. Secret, that's my sister. I want to prioritize her as well. But I don't think we've got that much equipment really anymore. Oh, what's this? Another rabbit's foot? Does that mean we have more than one of those? Didn't I equip that with... Why did he drop all his utility items? I did not ask him to do that. I want him to have that. And the bandage. I don't see why... I didn't remove that. At least not on purpose. Didn't fall off now that I swapped. Okay. So that means that I probably won't have that much more to equip for her. I mean, there's nothing here. Yeah, she has... Well, a throwing axe makes no sense when she's ranged already. And the net... With the net, she can cripple people, but I believe she can do that with her bow as well. I think I'm gonna wait with her. Let's see what Arn can do. See, he can actually upgrade his axe. It's a little bit weaker... armor break on it, but heavier damage. I believe that's better, perhaps. So I will swap. Like this. And... See, he has no ranged things, so I think a throwing axe would make sense with him. I don't know how to use these things yet, though, but we'll probably figure that out as we go. Okay, let's go to Asmar. Do we have anything? Yeah, we can give him bandage, or we can give him a net. I think I'm going to give him the bandage. And Boldy can get a weakest sword. That would make no sense. And then he can get the net. And then we don't have much more to share for the rest. Gormer, here. We have nothing for him. Everything is equipped already. Okay, it would be nice if we could see, if we could avoid seeing all the equipped gear, because I believe that will just make confusement later on. Heartstein. Everything is equipped. This also. And then secret. So that was this. Oh, we forgot about the abilities. So she can choose Sharpite. Attack with a +2 armor piercing, dealing 1 to 2 damage. And 1 tile of knockback. It's a mighty shot. Damage done and damage received. Plus 50% for 1 turn. Okay, so if she goes berserk, then she does more damage and takes more damage. And over here she can improve her attack, gaining a +2 to armor piercing. So that's probably nice to have if somebody is heavily armored. Well, the berserker feature is also quite nice, although a little risky. Oh, she has a trait down here. I didn't have that, did I? No, she does. Let's see what it says. She's evasive, giving her +10 to reflexes. See, that for me indicates I should go for the berserk here, because she might take increased damage if she gets hit, but she is evasive and it's harder to hit, I think. But berserk, is it still ranged? Can I, if I go berserk? Yeah, it's still. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with that. So then we have Arn. Oh, I forgot about checking out what they. Yeah, she can cripple up. I know about that. And he's a spear breaker, deals a lot of damage and a little bit of armor breaking to all targets within. Yeah, I remember this one, Mighty Hue. Okay, so what are his traits? He's a mentor. When an adjacent ally misses, there's a 25% chance to grant them heightened precision for 1 turn, granting them a +25 skill. When an adjacent ally is hit, there's a 25% chance to grant them heightened awareness for 1 turn. But this is okay. And he's tough, granting him 2 extra health. I know that from Dungeons and Dragons. It's pretty much the same thing. Okay, what can I do? Oathsworn. Hammer deals 4 damage. Armor break 300%. Is that what this means? No. Armor break 1. I don't understand what the 300% means. And then delayed. Does that mean that the opponent's turn is delayed? 75% chance of inflicting prone for 1 turn will be triggered instead of attack of opportunity. Okay. Delay. The effect triggers at the start of this unit's next turn. So if he uses this, then he will be delayed. Is that how it... Oh, there's so much to learn here. Inflicts crippled on adjacent enemies and gain 3 armor until next turn. What's the point of crippling people when they are already up close to me? That should be to avoid them to run away. Yeah, they have no reflexes, that's of course. I like this one better, I think. I'm gonna go for that one. Delayed abilities are powerful abilities whose effects don't trigger until the start of the next turn. Some delayed abilities can be interrupted by engaging or pushing the unit, delaying an ability, while others can be triggered early through an attack of opportunity. Okay. So part of this ability is delayed. But which part of it? I think I'll need to learn as we go there. Let's go for the next one. Atsmar. Oh, he has 3 traits. Risk taker, +10 reflexes while less than 50 health remaining. Okay, that's a risky one. Blacksmith restores 1 armor to all allies at the end of combat. That's a pretty good one, I think. Novice. When they miss an attack, there's a 20% chance to grant them weak for 1 turn. Weak means the damage dealt reduced by 50%. Ouch. When hit by an attack, there's a 20% chance to grant them dazed for 1 turn, which reduces their reflexes and their skill. This is a very bad trait. He can also swap positions. That would probably be good in his case. Or he can inflict crippled. Oh, this is difficult. And he also gains a +3 armor, which would probably be good if he gets into this kind of trouble. Right? Yeah, I think I'm gonna like the Iron Will here for the armor benefit more than the cripple feature, really. See about it. Buldy. Buldy is a berserker. Oh, I forgot to check out Dranger. He's a Dranger. Okay, yeah. And the berserker here, he has a leap. Oh yeah, I remember that one. That was quite tough, really. He's keen. Plus 100% damage on... What does it say? On the first attack each encounter. Okay, so on his first attack, he doubles his attack damage. Mentor, I have seen that one before. Okay, so Berserk, damage done, yeah. And damage received plus 50% for 1 turn. This is interesting because he already doubles his damage on his first attack. Do these two things stack? So if he does double up here, does he also get 50? That's interesting. And then we have Wolf Fang. Oh, armor piercing, I like that as well. I really like that. Probably like that more. Yeah. I don't really have anything armor piercing. I think I'm gonna go for that, even though I was intrigued by the other one. So we have Gormer. He has no traits, and he has the war cry. Allies within range gain ferocity, which deals 50% more damage when they attack, and he's not reached the Bondi state yet, so I cannot bump him up. The same with Hotstein. He has 2 traits. Let's check them out. Bruiser, +2 armor break. Attacks have a 10% chance to knock back the amount of armor points removed when attacking. Yeah, that's fine. And Paranoid, damage reduced by 2 while standing next to an ally. Ouchie. That's not a good trait. Need to think about that. And we're going into melee, and he can do a heal. Yeah, that's interesting, but he can't do anything. No upgrades for now. Then we have this. Lay low, unable to be targeted by until the end of the next. I remember that one. First trait, cautious, +20 skill while health is at 100%. Wow. So as long as she's not taking damage, then she is tough. That's perfect. And blessed, 10% chance to resist damage taken from an attack. Okay, that's interesting also. And then we're back with Gunnar. So, as I mentioned in the previous episode, I didn't realize there was some kind of background story to all the characters. It's down here on the bottom of all of them. And then I said when I clicked through that I hope I would get the chance to see it later on, and that chance is here now. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go through their background story one by one, starting with our protagonist here, the human Gunnar Gripson. About him, it says, a headstrong, charismatic, and ambitious young Viking noble, Gunnar is a skilled warrior and a natural leader. At just 18, his life upended when his father's champion, Steinar Fosbeer, betrays Jarl Gripper. Forced to flee with his sister, Gunnar finds refuge when King Egil of Kaupang grants them land to settle. From an early age, Gunnar must master the Viking art of war. Skill and cunning are his only weapons against a growing number of enemies. Oh, this is... Can't I open this on a bigger screen? Apparently not. Through courage and leadership, he earns the loyalty of others. Gunnar is driven by the same fire that burns in all great warriors. The desire to forge a name that will gleam like a silver hoard long after death. But deeper still lies a darker hunger to avenge his father and slay the traitor Steinar Farspear. Yeah, well, avenge both his father and his mother, I think. Okay. Sigrid Gripsdottir. Independent and strong-willed, Sigrid has a fierce temper and a will of iron. She would far rather train with spear, sword and bow than spend her days weaving at a loom. Her parents have long since abandoned any hope of taming her. She often disappears for days into the forest, hunting and trapping alone. As the daughter of Jarl Gripper, Sigrid is expected to marry a powerful Jarl or even a king to forge alliances. But Sigrid is no peace cow, and she refuses to play nice with her suitors. She has no interest in being traded like coin. She and her twin brother Gunnar are rivals in all things, fiercely competitive, yet fiercely loyal. The gods helps anyone who wrongs one of them, but they will answer to both. Yeah, that sounds great. I didn't realize they were siblings. Oh, yeah, I realized they were siblings, not that they were twins. Didn't, or maybe I just forgot. But great. Here we have Arn. One of the most feared and respected warriors in Bore, Arn took on the honored role of bodyguard to the Jarl's wife, Ragnhildur. After Steinar Farspear betrayed and murdered the Jarl, Ragnhildur commanded Arn to flee with her son Gunnar and deliver him safely to her brother King Egil of Kaupang. Arn obeyed without question, but carries the weight of that choice like a wound. He believes he failed Ragnhildur by leaving her behind. His loyalty now lies fully with Gunnar and Sigrid, whom he protects as both warrior and mentor, rarely far from their side. Arn is a master of war and strategy, a formidable force whose strength is matched only by his devotion. He would give his life to see the twins survive and to one day avenge the Jarl he served. Well, he certainly is tough in battle. I've seen him do more damage than anyone else, I figure. Asmar. Asmar means well, but good intentions don't always keep him out of trouble. Whether it's offending a Jarl with an ill-timed verse, gambling away someone else's silver, or flirting with the wrong person, Asmar seems to tumble from one scrape to the next with a sheepish grin and a clever excuse. Still, most find it hard to stay angry with him. He's charming, quick with a story, and quicker with an apology. He may be a nuisance at times, but he is our nuisance. Yeah. Okay. Buldi. Buldi's got a temper, like a struck flint, quick to catch, and more than once he started a fight over a spilled drink, an insult, or just sideways look. But for all his bluster, Buldi's not cruel. He cools down just as fast, and if you're lucky, he'll keep you after he's knocked you down. He'll help you after he's knocked you down. Okay. Gormr. Gormr was born beneath the iron-grey skies of Jutland, the son of a silversmith and a weaver from a young age. He showed little interest in the workshop or loom. Instead, he was drawn to tales of gods, war, and glory. Tall and broad-shouldered even as a youth, Gormr took the shield and axe like a wolf to the hunt. He believes he is fated for greatness, not a quiet death. This is interesting because it says here that he was born beneath the iron-grey skies of Jutland, and Jutland is actually the English name for a part of the Danish kingdom known as Jylland, meaning this guy is not Norwegian, he's Danish. That's what I gather from this anyway. Hartstein. Hartstein is the kind of a man people don't challenge twice. A feared warrior, he killed his own brother in a blood feud. Since the day he has never strayed from his ale cup. Some say he drinks to drown the guilt. In battle, he's fearless, and it's often whispered Hartstein seeks death, hoping to meet his brother again in Odin's Hall and make things right. That would be a sad day, though. This keeps to herself, content to work in silence at the edge of the village life. She gathers herbs, tends to her weaving, and avoids the hearth when the hall is full. Many think her cold or simply forgettable, but she watches everything. What no one knows is that her heart belongs to Ragnbjorn, the slave trader, a man as hard as iron. Ragnbjorn, slave trader, I don't know him yet, I think. So, that was those. Well, great, we've got a Danish guy with us as well. Now, he didn't seem that tough though, but he was there. Gormer. Wasn't he the one that could encourage the others or what? Yeah, ferocity, yeah. Okay. So, we still have these expression marks over the projects and over the seamstress. So, let's go to the projects first. Western Reach, this is the storage. Setting the Western Reach will allow you to establish new living quarters. Grants more population capacity again. Oh, I can do lots of things here, or... Oh, what did I do? Stop it. Can't go back, or... Oh, yeah, storage, here. Well, I think I'll come back to this and go to the seamstress.
What a wonderful day, don't you think so, Gunnar?
Crafting. The village houses various work sites that can. If provided the required resources, craft powerful equipment for your herdmen or essential materials for your ongoing projects. Crafts clothing, braces...
Are you feeling ill, Gunnar?
Nope.
Should we lie down?
I'm not. Crafts, clothing, braces, headwear, and boots. The seamstress also manages production of watmall and fiber. Those are different resources we need for the project, I think. Resources. Buck iron is used by smiths to make weapons and armor. Leather.
If you have so much time on your hands, we could put it to better use.
Yeah, I know you like that. Leather is versatile and a durable material used for clothing, weapons, and armor. Fiber used for making ropes and clothing. Provisions gradually consumed over time based on the village population. So the more people I get, the more food I'll need. That's quite obvious. Yeah, what do you have to say now?
Well then, I will entertain myself some other way.
Do that. Riches, very valuable materials or treasures like walrus, ivory, gold, glass, and amber. Watmall is used for clothing and various items. Fish oil used to waterproof clothing and preserve wooden structures. Wood has many uses, including building houses and ships. And worksite action points. Are you done? Thank you. Worksite action points. Worksite action points represents the efficiency of the worksite. Crafting an item costs 1 worksite action point. Unspent points are used on resource gathering when the turn is ended. Okay. Herdmen can also contribute a worksite action point based on their profession.
Are you feeling ill, Gunnar?
Nope.
Should we lie down?
So here I can do crafting. Would I be interested in that at this?
This should be satisfactory.
These shoes could be interesting. I mean, I don't... These common items...
This one?
Are not that interesting, but...
You want this one?
No, yeah. Steadfast boots, masterwork shoes. Grants 1 armor and 10 stability. So, what I would like to know is if I could see my party members while on this screen, so I can see what they are
If you
lacking.
have so much time on your hands,
I
we
don't
could put
think
it
I
to better
can.
use.
It would be great if I could just simply compare. Well, I'm not gonna craft anything yet because I feel like the projects are the most important thing, so I'll start the project first, and then I'll see if I still can afford or have resources for those shoots afterwards. So as I understand it, now I can build a storage, or no. I don't understand. Western Reach. Settling the Western Reach will allow you to establish new living quarters. But we don't have enough fish oil. We don't have enough fiber. So we can't do that. And then with the seamstress, we have 3 options. We have a large loom. We can't do that because we don't have enough fiber yet. And drop spindles, we can do that, but what does that give us? A simple tool, yet one your spinners will need. Make it and the thread will come faster, finer, and in greater supply. Without it, the looms lie waiting and your people go cold. Worksite action +1 seamstress. Okay, and then we have the loom hall. A stout building raised for weaving, its walls sheltering well-made looms that turn thread to cloth, and plenty for garments, trade, and the needs of the village. The straddle loom increases control. Okay, so this is what I get from it. Advanced crafting. I think this is where we're gonna start. If I can. No, not available. Not yet unlocked. Okay. Well, that makes the decision quite simple because we don't have the resources for this. We have not unlocked this yet. We don't have the resources for this. So we're going to go for the drop spindles. I think we have what we need for that. But I'm not entirely sure what I'll get from it. Simple tool, yet one your spinners will need. Make it and the thread will come faster, finer, and in greater supply. Without it, the looms lie waiting and your people go cold. Worksite action +1 seamstress. I'm not sure I understand, but let's go for it. We have what it needs. That takes 2 turns. Project started. Great. Then we can go to the seamstress, and can she also craft this for me?
This will fit beautifully.
I would like to craft this. What does it cost? Can I see here? Seamstress 1. Where do I know if I have seamstress 1? I mean, she gets +1 from the project I'm making, I think, but where do I see her level at this point? Oh.
If you have so much time on your hands,
What more?
we could put it to better use.
Plenty of that. Leather, plenty of that. Let's craft these boots.
You want this one?
What happened now? Why did I get a... Okay, let's go back to our people here. Gunnar, he has some very good boots already, I think. But let's check out if these ones are better. He will drop in health, but armor and stability will improve. Plus, these also grants 25% chance to deal damage with a shield slam, and of course that would be obvious to equip to someone who's carrying a shield. So I think I'm gonna swap these. They look better, and then I think I'm gonna... Why can't she carry the other ones then? These boots? Why can't Sigrid use those? That's weird. Nobody can use those boots except myself. Oh, Heartstein can. What decides whether or not someone can use it? Understand? Well, never mind. We'll find out about that later. He has nothing, so he will of course wear this. Let's go to the seamstress again. Well, I can continue making these boots, but would that be a good idea? Should I save my... I mean...
A man should know what he wants, Gunnar.
Yeah, I think I want to try it again, really. Oh, now what? Now I can't make anything? Why is that?
This should be satisfactory.
This means that it costs an action point with the seamstress, and now she hasn't got any more action points this turn. Great. I like that feature because otherwise I would never figure out when to stop doing something. Okay. So I'll go back to my herdman and I see who else could use these interesting... Oh, now I've got two. Steadfast boots. Steadfast boots. What? Okay. Well, and nobody can... Oh no. Was it just a complete waste then? No, Asmar can use it. There's no difference between them, right? Okay, so he can change. Anyone else? Buldy cannot. Cormac cannot. Harstein cannot. This. So that was actually a bit of a waste. I don't know why I got an extra. I feel like I only crafted 2. But now I've got 3. Well, whatever. We might recruit other people that can use this. And I still don't understand why only someone can use it and not others. It doesn't explain here, but oh, never mind. She's done anyway.
I'm very tired now, Gunnar.
Yeah.
Take me to bed.
Longhouse construction. The humble camp has offered meager rest, but now the spirit of Sudovik calls for more. Longhouse construction. Acknowledge that. Village standing. Represents the mood and efficiency of the village. Village standings are often unforeseen changes that alter the efficiency of work sites, both positively and negatively. Where is the standing? Oh, up here? Is that the one? Yeah. Village standing can have a fixed duration or last until a condition is met. Construction longhouse will last until the longhouse is complete, which is determined by the overall progress in the village. So this is the standing, or I think. Gunnar knows that Sudovik's fate rests on the construction of a longhouse. Not only will a longhouse greatly increase our storage capacities, but it will also serve as the gathering point for Sudovik for generations to come. Okay, I think I did everything I can in this turn, and I don't think that I can do anything on the map yet, like opening another mission or something like that. I don't know how that works. I would expect the game to tell me itself when we reach that part. So I think for now, we'll just progress. Harsh winter. Sometimes I look forward to a harsh winter, when I can bring 1 or 2 of my favorite cows into the house. They appreciate old Alti. First taste of the blood fray. Remember, Gunnar, we were just 14 summers when we snuck aboard Father's ship and hid beneath the tent cloth as he set off on a raid. It was our first taste of the blood fray. So this is secret, right? I think. Snifrit. I sit at the loom working my fingers to the bone, making tunics and thews, cloaks and hats, while my husband spends his day confiding in his pigs. He loves that Snifrit more than me. Okay, yeah. That's the seamstress, I think. I don't know if this matters in any way. It's just news and hearsay. I'm not sure I can do anything with it. Something happened here. Unanswered quests. Is that her? Secret. That's my sister. Twin sister. What does she want? Test your metal. Gunnar, your tongue has been working harder than your sword arm. Come, when was the last time we trained like we used to? Let us see if our new companions can tell a spear's point from its haft. Choose some warriors and let's put them to the test. So, we're gonna train. Train with Secret. I thought Secret was a bow user.
What's wrong, brother? Holti's ox moves faster than you.
Moo! Gunnar! Gunnar!
Uh-oh, trouble?
In the woods. I was just having some alone time, and I heard a cry and the clash of swords.
Did you not go and investigate, brave husband?
Well, of course. I have come to fetch my spear, wife. I mean, would you have me confront armed men without a blade of my own? And there it is. Now, I can investigate.
Well, shouldn't we join him before he gets himself killed?
Want to come with me?
Yeah, exactly.
Nope. You're not too busy. Please come with me.
Only if we won't get in the way of that mighty spear of yours.
Of course not. Hey, I'll show you my tracking skills. Teach you the ways of the forest.
Ha! More like the ways of the pig trough. That's all you know, husband.
What a wonderful relationship they've got. Okay, so we're going there. Yeah, missions. Missions can be accessed from the map through a mission piece. Missions have a timer which acts as deadline for you to complete them. These deadlines are visible on the timeline. Each mission has a recommended rank, which determines how much experience each herdman receives. In addition, missions have different rewards, such as crafting, recipes, resources, or recruits. Select attack to prepare your warband. Select herdmen to your warband and equip them for the upcoming mission. In certain missions, certain herdmen are required. Depart for a mission by selecting Depart for a mission on above the herdman in the middle. Seems quite straightforward. Here we are, that's the mission. Little Magpie, story mission, Bondi. With new warriors on hand, it's time to see what they are made of. Training session will sort the wheat from the chaff. Yeah. We have crossed the 1 hour mark, so I think we're gonna end this episode here, and then we will start the next episode by actually going and confronting whatever this is. Right now I don't understand the difference between clicking the sword on this enemy icon or clicking prepare down here, but we will find out next time. This is going to be the end of this episode. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.